All right, Chad, welcome back to the channel. It's Day here. Pretty much today's session was a bit rough for me, guys. Uh, Kinda took like three trades this session. All right, as you can see, there are four execution. The last one was actually I was trying to take a screenshot by pressing Windows Shift and S, right? So instead of pressing the Windows, I think didn't click it at that time. So I clicked like Shift plus S. So it just entered a position right there and was in the trade, and I just quickly cut that off, right? But except that, I took three trades, and pretty much you can see the execution there. And I also took another trade this London session right there, as you can see. And this is the same account, by the way, the one that I used to take the trade yesterday. And literally you can see where price dropped from, brothers. All right, I want to show you guys one thing. I told you guys about this gap right yesterday in the recap, and you can clearly see where price dropped from, right? But yeah, man, anyways, the reason I got stopped on this candle because I trailed it too tight. I didn't even remember it because I had it the floating position, and later when I click turn it on, I saw my stop was somewhere around here and got stopped out there. But except that, it did exactly what I told you about. We did sweep these daily lows. All right, we did sweep the daily low, right? So did exactly what I told you guys. But anyways, took like four trades, I would say, today. Didn't make anything on this first trade yet. I think, yeah, on this one and the second one, because I took a loss on the second one, and the first one was like I took half off here, then the other half got stopped out, right? So I made around like how much I made? 170 on that, I think. Then I took a loss here, and I also took a loss there as well. So these two comes at around like I think 150 or 60 bucks. So those are like break even trades from me. So I entered the last position, you could say, after this break of structure, as I was like, all right, if market's not gonna go lower, then it is gonna go higher, right? So that's why I take this long. But we'll go get into this trade. But before that, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up to the video. And what else, bro? What else? Yeah, make sure to check out Lucid Funding. 40% off for the Lucid Pros account, all right? And I think regular 30% discount for the Lucid Flex accounts, if I'm right about it. Use code NextGen only on Lucid, all right? Okay, let's get into it, all right? First of all, let me go to the 1 hour time frame. And this is like the way I trade when I don't have a clear bias or price has uh, mitigated all my targets, something in that kind of situation. I kind of trade like this. All right, today I didn't have any bias. All right, whatever I traded here, I didn't have a bias. All right, even though I was trading both sides because I was trying to catch something out of it, right? Even though it is not like good to be in this kind of situation where you don't have a clear bias. I know, bro, but impulses took over, and I'm not gonna lie about it. Sometimes it is what it is. I also get like, what, I'm also a human, bro. I also have emotions. So yeah, that's it is what it is. But as you can see on the 50-minute time frame, the candle I entered was this one. All right, why did I enter it? Because I had let me go on the 5-minute time frame. I'll show you guys. So I was looking at this last swing point. All right, we have a failed CB right there. All right, then right here, as I was looking at that 50-minute candle, I was like, all right, we're kind of at the closing of that 50-minute candle. So this is where this is the like, no, this was the 50-minute candles opening right there. We created the low, opened higher, So if this is gonna be the high, then the next 5 minute candle probably gonna retrace down, all right, kind of power of three, right? But where is it at that time? I was like, all right, now we are trading within this CB, right? That old fair value gap. So what do I need to see to be able to get in a trade? All right, I shared with you guys yesterday, uh, at around these levels, if when I'm looking for a certain directional move, I seek for opposing liquidity sweep. All right, that's what we have here. And at that time we had this SMT compared to ES, right? Now you could say like, why didn't you wait for this validation candle? All right, this one on the 8:14 a.m. candle, because it's my model, right? It's my model, dude, and I know far more things that rather than this only. All right, there are a lot of things I implement whenever I'm looking for a setup, or whenever I'm in a trade. All right, this is just an interpretation for you guys to understand, right? So I entered on this candle as soon as we sweep that high, that external range high, and Kara was targeting basically this low right here. I mean this gap right here, and probably if we could have dropped into this gap, that could have been a like almost 4.46 hour trade, but it didn't do that. But if you remember, whenever you see a validation candle around like a fair value gap level, later in time price will retrace back into it and reject, all right? And when it did it right there, we traded up into that, we formed a clear swing low right there, all right? That's when I was like, all right, even if it doesn't go higher, I want to see it reject and take out that swing low, all right? So we traded up into that fair value gap, rejected, swept that low, and then I like scaled off 50% from that trade, all right? And then price pretty much invalidated that right here, then came back within it. But at this time we have other, like, what other gaps or whatever you want to say. We have this gap right here, we have this one as well, right? So at this point in time we have other gaps. So as soon as we invalidated it right here, I was like, all right, now I'm not looking for anything. But I did one mistake, right? I kind of like shorted here, not knowing that we already invalidated that here. So this move could be a manipulation move, all right, just to entice the sellers. And that was kind of like a foolish of me, but it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta take some losses, bro. So yeah, it's fine for me. But as you can see, I entered on this candle anticipating price probably gonna close below that, all right, which we have here, and then price retraced back into it, rejected, all right, then we inverse this gap, price went higher, retraced back into it, right? And we also have these consecutive down close candles, which are other blocks, then traded higher again, all right? And now look where I entered again. As soon as we got stopped out on this is literally like a small trade, bro, right there. I shorted. It's not even like, I think, let me see, I think it was around 11 points, if I'm not wrong about it. Yeah, 11 or 12 points. But I entered again right there, all right? I had my stop right below this low, all right? I entered long again. Why did I enter long? Because if we are not gonna continue lower, how do I know we are not gonna continue lower? Because we have disrespected that validation right there. It shouldn't have inversed again, so we flipped it. Now price is kind of bullish. So after this market structure shift, we are kind of pairing up, right? We are kind of aligning two fair value gaps at the same time, like this fair value gap from past and this bullish fair value gap. So there is a huge probability it's gonna send price higher. And look where I exited. I'm gonna show you guys where I exited, all right? So I gained scale of like 50%, bro. Fuck. Well, I should have taken off the whole position right there, but it scaled up 50%, right? And it was the closing of an hourly candle. As you can see, these four candles were the closing candles of an hourly candle, so it was meant to just drop from there, right? Or maybe not, but I scaled up 50% and got stopped out with the rest of the position here. But let me show you what is this level. Again, I think it was on the 15-minute time frame. That's also SCB. Why did I use that one? Because we never dropped from there. We never took out that low. After retracing into it, we flipped it, went higher. So when price dropped below it, right, I wanted to see it get validated or price reject from it. So as soon as it traded up into it, my like best case scenario would be I don't want to see price push through the 50% level of it. All right, so that's why I manually closed 50% of my position right there, and then price drop. All right, and then this one I already talked about it, so never mind, bro. I didn't lose anything. I think I kind of made like 20 bucks on this trade. But it's all good. But as you guys can see it, the invalidation point, right, the invalidation point, we came all the way back down into it. When did you do it? When did we do it? We did it just before 9:30. All right, and probably that time there's gonna be an SMT right there. Why is there a SMT? Because price is gonna indicate you or give you all the indications when it's gonna do certain things at this certain point of time. If 9:30 gonna send price higher, you could literally tell, as we are not willing to go down and we kind of like respecting the invalidation level right there, it cannot be more precise than that. All right, and then we had this market structure shift just before 9:30. So 9:30, the pre 9:30 candle, a minute before it traded back down into this order block, which has been created in a invalidation level, and then price pretty much shoot at higher. All right, look at it, 200, almost like 210 points, right? Then we had another level here, it rejected. What level is this? This is just a 1 minute CB. This one, I think it was on the 5-minute, bro. Yeah, this 5-minute CB, that's where I was looking for like a reversal, but the price ended up trading up into this order block, this bearish order block, which I don't care about. I'm already down for the day, bro. But as you can see how price reacts from these levels. All right, even when we also like invalidated this level, this one, that old fair value gap that I just showed you. If you didn't remember it, go back to the video. All right, we traded back into it. Where did you retrace from? We traded down from another level of like rejection. All right, this was also a rejection level. We traded down, then again flipped it right there, and then price created this swing high, then took it out. All right, so it's pretty easy, and even now you can see how price is reacting from all these levels. All right, so yeah, enough of it. I hope you understand something. If you didn't, you will give me like some more time, watch more recaps, I would say. But why did I short it here today? Well, do you see anything? I'm gonna give you guys like a minute or two, not even a minute, 10 seconds. All right, try to see. All right, your time is up, bro. So I see a nice little CB right there. Why did I use it? We do we have any CBs right here at around the level? We don't. We had this one, but we invalidated it, right? So we have another one where price couldn't reject from and invalidated that. All right, so that becomes a invalidation level or rejection level for me whenever price flip it again and reject tries to retrace back into it. So we flip it right here again. All right, then we traded up into it, reacted multiple times. Why? Because we had another level here. All right, right between these two levels. All right, Then why exactly at that point? So the look at the time. That was 2:50. All right. So it was almost like the last 10 minutes of an hourly candle. All right. So the hourly candle opened at around here. All right. So you're almost at the at the same point, same level of price where the hourly candle opened, right? I was like, all right, if I'm right about it, right about this whole idea of looking for lower prices, if price is gonna go lower, even if it doesn't takes out this low, it should at least take out this low, and probably at that time we could see some SMT. That's what I had in my mind, bro, at that time. And I think we had the SMT with this low. Even when we took out this low, we actually had this SMT. That's why you need to look at past, bro. What happened in the past? You always have to refer to all those specific moments. All right. So price traded up into it exactly at 251. That's also a new 5-minute candle, and we also had this swing point. Why does this swing point matters? We swept a minor buy side before breaking lower within a rejection level. We tried to push through it, failed, and then when price traders up into it, I'm like, all right, this is the last 10 minutes of of that hourly candle. All right, we rejected from it multiple times. Now we have a clear break of market structure shift. We have a clear liquidity points, and you can see there are no swing lows within this leg, right? So that's gonna be a low resistant liquidity run. And with that in mind, I kind of went short. I think at that time we also had a SMT, if I'm not wrong. Was there an SMT? Yeah, there was a SMT with this high. All right. So he also swept this minor buy side within a rejection level, and price pretty much dropped. I scaled off like first position right there. Then the rest of the position were below this low. And I pretty much bottom tick, bro. Then price went higher, then dropped like crazy, bro. All right, look at this, bro. It's still working. But yeah, man, this is actually how I trade whenever I kind of don't have a bias, right? Many times you'll see like market has already delivered to your objectives, right? How do you trade those kind of situation? You just only target like minor buy side or sell side, or like rejection level, or maybe like you can also trade like 1:2, 1:1 or trade if that suits you, bro. But uh, I think if you're working towards perfection, if you're working towards mastery, you should at least know why are you exiting the trade. You should always know that, bro. That I think that's what matters most for me, bro. Because whenever I'm exiting a trade, I want to know why did I exit it at that certain price point. And if I got stopped out, I want to know why did I got stopped out. And that's how I trade, bro. But um, I don't know about you guys, but pretty much it is what it is, bro. But yeah, you know what? We'll talk about it in the next video. I think there's probably a lot of information right now, and probably you won't be able to handle it. But yeah, if you have watched the full video, I appreciate it. You're gonna go a long way, bro, because you're doing what like the 99% of the traders are not willing to do. And I wish you I mean I pray for you as well. You get there quicker. And yeah, bro, I'll probably catch you guys on to the next one. Till then, be safe, take care of your health, your mental health, and also make sure to check out Lucid, use code NEXTGEN, and I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow. Till then, be safe. Peace out, chat.